Hi, everyone. My name's Ann Lewis. I'm from South Dakota, a GLOBE partner. I work at the South Dakota Discovery Center as one of the directors. And today I'm going to be talking to you about MacroBlitz, a GLOBE adjacent activity. MacroBlitz was funded by the National Geographic Society, and they help support this video, which I hope will inspire you to want to participate in MacroBlitz.
Freshwater macroinvertebrates are these incredible tiny creatures that play a big role in the functioning of ecosystems. They're the base of many food chains and really good indicators of the general health of freshwater systems. My name is Dalal Hanna. I'm a Canadian National Geographic explorer and freshwater conservation scientist. My research brings me into freshwater systems to collect all kinds of information, but some of my most favorite information to collect is macroinvertebrate information, because macroinvertebrates are really cool. They nest into the sand and thrive in freshwaters throughout the world, and they are excellent indicators of overall freshwater health. I got involved with the MacroBlitz project because I think macroinvertebrates are this awesome, sort of secret treasure hiding in the streams and rivers that I'd love for more people to get the chance to connect with. These tiny insects make their homes on the rocks, leaves, and branches at the bottom of streams and rivers. There are so many different kinds of them, each with their special features and skills. And when you stop and take the time to get a closer look, you realize just how wonderful they are. But unfortunately, the abundance of macroinvertebrates is declining. And although we know that this is a problem we need to try to solve, scientists can barely keep track of what's going on. So to me, MacroBlitz is a way to address that. It's a way for everyone to get involved, to help document what's happening to macroinvertebrates around the world, so that we can find ways to protect them.
A beautiful gills! Look at its gills! It's awesome!
I've always loved freshwaters, but as an educator and a parent, my understanding of just how important they are has deepened. We need to protect them and all the beautiful creatures that inhabit them, including the small but mighty macroinvertebrates. So come on, join us! Find your local stream, soak in its beauty, flip a rock, take a picture, upload it to iNaturalist, and MacroBlitz. This collaborative effort has so much to teach us all.
I hope you are as inspired by that as I still am every time I see that video. The mission of MacroBlitz is simply to inspire and empower people to find and photograph aquatic macroinvertebrates and upload their photos to iNaturalist for science and for learning. Now, if there are some phrases in there that you're not familiar with, that's okay. We're going to take a moment and unpack some of them. Let's start with the term aquatic macroinvertebrates. Aquatic macroinvertebrates simply are organisms without a backbone, that's the invertebrate part, that live some or all of their lives in water, specifically fresh water, that's the aquatic part, and macro refers to their size, which is between micro and mega, usually 2 inches or smaller, but still large enough to be seen with the naked eye, although I will say microscopes and clip-on magnifying lenses do help. If you are not familiar with iNaturalist, it is an online social platform where you can upload time and place stamped photos or sound recordings. Although I will say macroinvertebrates are pretty quiet, so we generally just tend to upload photos. And the photos and sound recordings should be of wild and natural organisms. Again, macroinvertebrates are usually wild and natural. Occasionally they might be captive or cultivated, but that's pretty rare. Our vision for MacroBlitz is first, more data for screening and historical data sets. We need to know what's there now, so that we can know what's there, what was there in the future. The world is changing and not necessarily in a good way. We need this data to understand the changes our world is undergoing. We also want more people who know and care about aquatic macroinvertebrates. That's the learning part. Science and learning. MacroBlitz is a globe adjacent activity. It supports the freshwater macroinvertebrate protocol, and while maybe freshwater macros aren't the most popular protocol in the GLOBE database, there are people that do add data to it. With MacroBlitz, the need for educator expertise is greatly reduced. The educator doesn't have to get it right because there's a check. There's a way to verify the data in the iNaturalist data. So MacroBlitz and the data on iNaturalist acts as a verifiable collection for GLOBE data. To learn how you or the educators you work with can be involved in MacroBlitz, go to macroblitz.org, and there you will find resources like a link to our Google Classroom, where there are downloadable slide decks, videos, and more to help support you in your MacroBlitz journey. I'm happy to answer any questions and happy macroblitzing.